And they're going to be wanting to try and fashion their victory on this map. Now, this is their map pick. So you would be expecting these guys to come in with a heck of a lot of preparation. And particularly, as you said, that CT side a little bit troublesome.
Yeah.
However, they do have the benefit of not having to try and navigate it in the second half.
Well, we are right into the pistol already, about to get some action. There's 3 at mid, ready for VERTEX to run them into him. Can the Glocks reign supreme again? PZ feeling it there himself. And now on the 3v2, where do they go? Kixon and Nork. How do they stop it?
They kind of just flooded mid here, haven't they? VERTEX, and they're going to leave. One player in mid now. Kixon, I think he's been spotted out. Oh, PZ looking for more in this round. He's already got 3 to his name. However, the high-stakes game of Ring Around the Rosie goes in favour of Apeks for now. Very important. Hazard doesn't go down here. He's got that bomb. That bomb needs to make it.
Run! With the way CS2 is right now, you don't want to be running half the time because you might die around a corner. But that could not be happening here on LAN. Might feel a bit better. We'll check in with the players later. But for now, checking in with how VERTEX decide they want to win this round. Yeah, they've
kind of cut sound here at the moment. They even faked the camera there for Apeks. So, of course, that rotation into the A site. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that they've won the round either, because now both players for Apeks are grouped. Now, Hazard doesn't spot. And now they know where the retake's going to be coming through. And Malta's got this 2 versus 1 to work with. He's got the first now. He's going to play around with the timer. But he has to take that duel, and that is a low player in Kixon. He removes, and that is a much-needed round for VERTEX. So they did it the hard way, but PZ gave them the perfect opening in that round.
He's done it. And for the first time in this series, VERTEX are in the lead, 1-0. Can they maintain it? And what are Apeks going to do? Now, this is something that I'm just going to keep focusing on over the course of the next couple of days is how disciplined are these CTs going into that second round? And most of them are, except Kixon. He's feeling himself with that scout. And this thing is pretty damn strong in CS2. And as you see, if they can retrieve that rifle, things could go south quick for VERTEX.
Yeah, they've mollied off that choke point as well. However, the other is smoke, so they're kind of trapped here. They're in stasis. And they're spotted out. This is so confusing for VERTEX right now. They're going to filter into this A site, but what is happening? Apeks he has to pivot on a dive.
Doing it.
To get it done.
Like coming through.
What a messy round.
We'll maybe save that day. Addict low. The scout still in play. Kixon already with both those kills and could keep on farming, but his position is known, and that smoke is going to be going down in. Oh, Nito. A 1v3 to try to make it happen. How's this scout game? It's not looking super great for him, but if he can save this, then going into the next, Kixon can still buy some armor.
Yeah.
And they can have a full buy into the third. And that's what we're seeing. VERTEX, I think they're relatively happy with keeping 3 of these rifles alive. Won't hunt too hard, just need to get away from the explosion of the C4. And 2-0. A great start on Anubis for the T side.
Yeah, it was problematic though. To say the least. It's a bit of a wild round for VERTEX, but they navigate their way through it in the end.
My heart.
I had no idea
where'd that nade go?
What they were going to be doing.
What's going on there?
I don't think it's got anybody after time.
Regardless. A little bit of a scary moment there. Back in we go. VERTEX, can they string together 3 on T? And Apeks, what does their first gun round look like? And a 2-2-1 split. Leaving Sense solo over towards main. Drop an early util, expecting some aggression from VERTEX.
Yeah, just trying to stem some aggression. Malta looking to contest water here. He spots out Nito, but Nito's just so quick on the trigger.
Couple of cheeky bangers in. Looking to send a brace as the info man towards the B side. Addict in the meanwhile, going to start to put some pressure at mid. So brings it back to this 4-on-4. And now with this mid control, where do they opt to go? Are they going to drop? Are they going to hit dark? Are they going to split into B? It's only Nito there spotting it. And if he falls, then the B site is very, very open.
Sense might be running into some trouble here as well. He's got Kixon
The bomb's here.
on his back, but he's only got a scout to try and trade. Uh-oh, this could be... Okay, they're going to get out of there in time. He's spotted. Nito is cleaned up too. He's looking for a third as well. Peasy's there, but the trades are just so damn good from Apeks. Dear me, VERTEX. They were grouped together.
They lock her in. And Apeks going to be happy with that. I thought Nito could have fallen a little bit faster there. That timing from Sense still lurking at mid. Didn't end up having huge impact, but it could have. You know, if Nito still just drew that attention, could have just dropped into it, made a crossfire happen. But we're into the fourth now, and VERTEX, they're out of money. They're taking a save and looking to invest in their futures.
How altruistic of them. That's a nice opener there for PZ. Some confidence back. Kicks in, just blowing that smoke. I think that's what us Aussies have settled on as the preferred
I'm a donker.
action. You're a donker?
I'm a donker.
You prefer to donk than blow?
Yeah, mate. Ooh. A little bit of missed util. Unfazed, Kixon losing a minuscule amount of health there. I don't know what the other guys are calling it on the A stream at the moment. The term that was being thrown around over on the podcast was...
Oh, I don't know.
Nuking. But personally, I don't know. Dunking as well. Ain't a bad shout.
Yeah, but see, dunking's already a term. Oh, like when a grenade just dunks on you.
Yeah. That was a pretty good round from VERTEX, considering what they brought in.
Yeah.
Huge damage to that CT economy, which is what you want to see. We're back onto a gun round. I did look up for a moment and think, hang on, this wasn't a gun round a second ago. What's going on here?
Yeah.
But
just a few weapons selected.
yeah.
Nito shakes his head, but I mean, it could have been something. The problem is Apeks players very deep with their rifles. Double gren on mid here. Hazza, super aggressive.
Hey, he's here quick.
He's getting the job done. He's got a wriggle on.
Is Molly going to be able to do huge damage and allow Kicks and a mop on up? Man, still alive.
Oh.
And looking to stop this hit from VERTEX on the front side of B main. Kingston still living, extinguishing the Molly, allowing him to have that strength of position as the rest of the troops start to rotate in. All of Apeks are here. VERTEX could call the cancel, but they're just going to hit the brakes and try and see what the CTs are doing right now.
Yeah, Smoke's just going to try and give them some space to perhaps aggress on the site and plant, but just gives Nork an opportunity of timing through that smoke. Jacob also finds Malta. Now Peasy's left with an untenable situation.
And there's 3 on the CT side. Apeks already past par, so...
Yeah, they're doing well on the CT side, as you said.
Yeah.
2 rounds was par for the course.
It's so dumb, man. This map is so dumb that I can say that 5 rounds into the game.
It's a very low par.
It shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be this one-sided. Maybe that's, you know, Valve, if you're listening.
To be honest,
you might be. You might not be.
I've seen
you know?
more one-sided maps, though.
Fix Anubis. Balance her up.
Bring back Cobble. Give us a CT-sided, heavily favoured map.
Bring back Train. You know, some more creativity. Another very CT-sided map. But that's what we're used to. That's what we're like. People don't like change, Valve.
Ooh. Getting some work done here, though, VERTEX. They're trying to change their fortunes. If you want to talk of change. Unfortunately, I think at the moment they're being shortchanged. Apeks still maintain control. Now VERTEX, they're very cognizant They could be pushed. So they've shown a lot of presence in mid. It's opened up their flanks, but they're going to try and double peek through main. PZ is just looking to work a timing. It's worked for them before. They've shown presence towards sites, and it's allowed them to catch a rotator, catch a timing or something here.
VERTEX will have heard that flash towards B main, and they seem to be aware that they've gained some kind of info. So they have to stay close. They have to look to trade. That's pretty much their only win condition right now. And with no A main control, that makes it really hard to even plant. And that bomb needs to clear out some kind of line. Going to be picking it down at Cake. Kingston just has this flank working. And will perfectly time that hit. The retake, Swift, and a fourth in the bag for Apeks.
Yeah, that was a nice little spray transfer with the AUG there. Made it look so simple. But VERTEX, they're barely able to get in that site, let alone have some space to try and defend in the post plant. That's a grim look. You can tell Apeks at the moment, they're locked in. There are some moments of opportunity here for VERTEX. I feel as though they're having more moments of opportunity in the mid to late round here on Anubis than they certainly were on Mirage, but they should be converting these rounds. As you said, it's so heavily T-sided, at least in what we're used to, that we're expecting a little bit more production out of them. So, another classic discussion coming out for VERTEX. Going into this with a decent belt of utility. Not quite an opener there for PZ, however, Hazard gets the job done. And they punish the aggression coming out of Apeks finally. Gives them some pressure to be able to apply here towards B. However, that Molotov's just going to slow things up. Sense has got some chance here, but look how low those players are.
They got to get away. Full respect to that util. CT smoke coming in, but Sense still able to dance around Glizzy here.
Yeah, they've pumped the brakes, haven't they? Got to remove him from Ninja
That
as
was
well.
a bad molly. That was the
Where did it
worst
go?
possible molly. It cut off Dark, man. Apeks just stopped the teammates from coming out on that lower side. The split, it's been delayed, and it's allowed Apeks that time to get the rotation in. jkaem not too far away from this flank as well. Has to drop the water or go B main. But the front side hold is just so damn good. The T's, they're waiting. They will trade it out eventually, but can jkaem bring it back on this 1v3?
That turned into a waiting room. They were all there.
So
When's
worried.
the doctor going to see me?
Everyone asking that question, even myself. But jkaem, of course, is edging in. Spotted. Has a damn low. Malta needs to be the clutch man.
Yeah, jkaem's dangerous in these kind of situations. VERTEX do not want to falter. That utility is a way of positioning, but Malta, confidence.
Yeah, enough this time. It was dangerous. jkaem isolated that fight on the right side. So fundamentally, Apeks putting most feet in the right direction, in the right location. But this time VERTEX, they get across to a third. It cost them a pretty penny or two, with only 2 surviving at the end. But Apeks, that's a very expensive reinvestment, and they might not be able to fully buy into the next. Unless they go for that mix buy, you know, a couple of pistols here and there, which could work. And that's exactly why you're going to see this timeout called, which I'm assuming is for Apeks.
Yeah. Just time to discuss. Also give themselves a bit of a pat on the back here for amassing 4 rounds on their CT side of Anubis. But obviously they feel the job's not done. There's more life in this half for them. Onto the MP9 buyers. Expect the wide swing, aggressive CT play to perhaps come out.
Where are they going? That nade going to be traded, but Kickson gets no value out of his. And the offline being held here by Sense. is a nasty one for sure. That scope in has the advantage of being further away from the angle. VERTEX making a little bit of noise there. Splashing in the water outside of main.
Now on the timer. They have to cancel taking control. Main.
Was a T-smoke.
Okay. The plot thickens.
Not sure if it was intentional. But for now, it has drawn a lot of attention from the A-site members, and we're going to see VERTEX reposition and try to split into B instead. Nito in a solid position to hold as that cover. A solid crossfire with Nork to lock down the back of sight and set up for the retake, and it will work perfectly. One each. Nito going to be caught pulling that util out, but out in the open, Addict cannot get enough done, and Nork is just tucked away at Glyph there. Sending VERTEX back off the cliff to A instead. A 3v2, almost a 3v1, but PZ escapes away.
Yeah, no, now in a foot race towards this B site. Sorry, A site. But Malta has to be the man on guard, and unfortunately, they overwhelmed their sense. Stopping himself before being fully naded, but Apeks, another strong round from them. Just feel as though VERTEX are a little bit more disjointed. They're very much struggling to play around a lot of this utility. Apeks, they make this Whitlam sampler of a buy work. A party mix, if you will.
Nade stack at mid. Hoping that maybe the CT was playing close there, but they've escaped the majority of damage and even got away with finding Hazard. Second man drops down and hits the grave as well. This is not looking super likely for VERTEX. A bit of Glock action. But Nito gets that reload off. And the final kill of the round. 6 on CT on Anubis.
Starting to fall away from VERTEX, well and truly.
It's not tasting very good for the Australians right now. Maybe like Vegemite, an acquired taste. Some hate it, some love it.
Well, the other boys were saying that they reckon the internationals are saying the air tastes sweeter here in Australia.
Like, really?
Yep. According to
who was
Jordan and Pilly,
spruiking that?
Elfish and Pilly.
But who was saying it? The players?
I don't know. They didn't
talent?
provide references.
That's just hearsay.
They did reference players, though.
We can dive into the green room after this series, maybe the next one. We're on catch-up. Everything's going a little bit longer than expected here at IEM Sydney, but that's
because it's going stronger.
It is expected on day one, of course, of any new game, and that just means we get more action. So anyone that doesn't like it, toughen up, sweetheart. We got chickens on Anubis now, as you can see. That's a new improvement.
As they say here in Australia, tough bickies.
I think you misconstrued that one slightly, but
no.
Right, like an Anzac that's been sitting out too long, you know?
Yeah.
Snap your tooth in half.
They certainly have that potential. This aggression from Apeks through Canal.
Not spotted. Walks the whole damn way.
Yeah.
And VERTEX now, they know that Dark was clear, but they can keep an eye on it regardless. Kixum is showing the power of the AUG here in CS2, and Sense as well, just lurking around these smokes back over towards Glyph side. But him and Brace, great minds think alike. Are they aware they're on one another? Phasing the smoke will favour Sense because he's looking the right way, and Brace damn wasn't. 7-3 going to be the scoreline after all is said and done in that round. And the halftime score is looking like it will heavily favour Apeks, no matter what here on Anubis, and VERTEX. Their tournament lives are on the line.
Yeah, it's pretty high stakes for them, I'd say, but definitely one of those situations where, oh dear, can't believe he's done him like that. Definitely one of those situations where they had a lot of opportunities in the earlier parts of this game. So this is, you know, they've had some options available to them, but This round's a little bit brighter for them.
See if VERTEX keep adapting by... Ooh, okay. Trying to stay sharp there around the smokes. We have seen Apeks doing a little bit of smoke play, playing behind them, playing in them. So if VERTEX just go for spam gameplay, then maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But this round, there's a little bit of working side of things. Can they get past Nork here? They know that Nork's been AWPing. You group up, you have numbers, you swing together. Chances are you don't get collateral. There is still a heavy chance that you could get collateral. And didn't happen.
Good trade.
That's what you want.
However, Nino's right there. I don't think they realize how close he is. And this could be problematic. Now I'm going to put a HE right on the top of him. And he's missed his shot. Malta. However, Apeks has to plant the bomb and save the day.
Malta just buying time. Flying around like a chicken himself.
He was just kiting him.
Like a cooked chook. Doesn't get finished off there. 7-4. Chance now for a 7-5 half, which is still catastrophic, all things considered, for a T side. But you'll take it when you were down 7-3.
Yeah.
Still need to fight hard into the next because Apeks, their fundamentals, their calls, and everything that they are bringing into Anubis right now just make them look like they are the deserving team of moving on through the lower bracket. VERTEX changed my mind.
You really put the call out to them to change your mind like that.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke's just going to halt progression for the moment here. Now Sense. Anti-flash. And it does find an opener, and it's going to provide a little bit of space for VERTEX. They don't have to funnel into this site. Apeks sort of this lone ranger across the map, utilizing him to catch a rotator. Open things up. Now Nork gets a little bit of information as he pushes through B main. But look at this triple push coming through from Apeks. And making that info play. They've already got a player down, so this is risk for reward.
Ooh. Has a peek in a little too close to the corner there. Gets his shoulder chopped off. And pretty hard to shoot without an arm. Oh, Kingston. Able to trade it as well. And the numbers game certainly favouring Apeks. Bomb down in the canal. Brace will retrieve it. Space on B. And in the 2v2, VERTEX can shoot through into a fifth.
Yeah, Apeks. It's going to make things a little bit easier for them too. Now jkaem. He's a fair whiff away, yeah. He hasn't got much money to his name either, so I think the save is...
He can't drop it like it's hot last round of the half.
Drop it, yeah. No, never mind.
Yeah.
Forget it.
We're not 15 rounds a half anymore. How's he doing it? 1v2. He's letting that time tick right on down. Now they know Apeks as well. Didn't even need to do a thing. 7-5 will be that scoreline at the half. We've still got a game on our hands, but to get to that second half, it's time for a break. Go drink up a Monster or even some water, and we'll see you just after this. Do we have a long second half ahead of us, Jim, or is it going to be a short one? I don't know. I don't know anything about this game. Like, I've played hours of it. I've played hundreds of hours of it already. Many thousands of CSGO, but CS2 is just a beast, man, and it seems like a whole different game here in CS2, especially on LAN. Especially on LAN.
Multiple different factors, the results of which aren't entirely known to us yet, Max, so I don't think you're alone in that fact. However, this is going to be an explosive head of action. They're all G'd up outside this site, and on the back of that util they hit.
That's up. Just dancing around here. Kicks though. Finds himself that quick old triple. Maybe saving the day for Apeks. And Nork now left alone out the open. And Addict is happy to keep on swinging. That's going to be a 6th. VERTEX taking both pistols now, mind you. But how much work can they get done in the CT side? If you start strong, it might be enough to maybe carry them through to a 3rd. But if they lose this round off the back of that pistol, you know.
Oh, man. Kicks him getting free there. Just gave Apeks far too much leverage.
Yeah.
But they live on here, VERTEX, and, well, there's a hero, AK, on Nito, so he might be the can opener. So watch for that. Now I'm going to try and make contact for him. And there's that second entry. He's going to be the one to try and rip the top off this round. Hazza going to flash check a main, but that SP9 is going to sing for him. Only gets to a lot of damage dealt, though.
Nito, the only one with armor, so needs to be standing back, needs to be trading, he'll fall eventually. PZ as well going down. This Deagle in the hands of Nork is deadly as hell. 1v2, bomb down, that'll buff the next round for Apeks. Oh, and he won't be able to polish it off, but Brace comes through with another round for VERTEX, evening things up 7-7. But with 3 of those CT rifles already hitting the ground, the financial game is looking extremely dangerous, moving into Apex's first gun round.
Yeah, it's teetering on that edge, isn't it? So some high-stakes rounds yet to play out, but you've got to admire that from Apeks. This MP9 just did so much damage on the initial. Now, that's how Nork recovers the round. But the confidence already from Apeks is there. They're going to be able to rifle comfortably into this round. A little bit light on utility for Nork, but that's because he was the donator in the previous. Already taking control of canals. VERTEX looked like they were interested in contesting it, but have cancelled. PZ here. Walks out and can't quite get that line nailed. And they've found a way into A. There's that rotate coming through from Addict. He's good for 1. Has to keep himself alive. Self-preservation's the name of the game.
Yeah. Oh, that timing is perfect. Wow. Brace, though, unfortunately, chips away his teammate. But they need to figure out where to go from here. That smoke going down out of the hands of the Fallen makes things that little bit awkward. In comes that nade. In comes the info play. Kicks in, tearing him apart, doing enough work to allow jkaem to come through and polish off another Malta in the 1v2. He's thinking about it. Oh, he hasn't seen jkaem. jkaem hasn't seen him either. A chance now. As that time ticks down, look at the positioning. Nito tucking away. And Malta needs to move. He needs to find it. He's in the spot to do it, but he won't look down. He's worried about main. And Nito again, doing work for Apeks, keeping him in the lead. But it was a costly one.
Certainly was. A lot of weaponry laid to waste. I thought they had well and truly broken in here. Now, this was just such a messy sequence of events for both teams. Malta almost came up in the end, but if you try and hit that angle, good luck.
Now, while there's a stack and whatever this round is for VERTEX, the eco, I just want to talk about you know, the sound in this game already not being as optimal as what it kind of was in CSGO, right?
Or even then.
And then you got that white noise, and then everyone's having to play with in-ears, and you could see in situations just like that where Addict didn't really know that there was that inbox. He didn't sort of read that that smoke was getting blown and reacted a little bit too late. So moments like that are things you're definitely going to see a lot more of on LAN. People aren't, you know, so focused on the sound, or they might be focused on the sound, but the sound might just not be as good here in CS2.
Yeah.
Not yet.
A lot of factors unknown.
A lot of brains around here I want to pick, you know. Many questions about the mechanics of the game that
I
want to answer.
I mean, it's all about their experience right now, too. Like, they're only still in a data collection phase, right?
They're only in day one, and
that
might be their whole experience.
That's true, actually. Sample size, 3 maps. Potentially. But even then, 3 maps should be enough to work out what has gone wrong for you and take stock. jkaem, absolute eco-cobra.
Yeah. Someone's got to be men. Pistols in this game are a bit more scary than in Go right now.
It's true.
So you need those eco-cobras on your team. 2 rounds the difference. And VERTEX back onto a bite. Great timing on the dark smoke there, but what they have eyes on looks like they've given up that E-box control completely. They're just going for a deep hold at mid. Giving up the doors control, the window control. It does allow Addict to pivot quickly if Hazard gets tested, but you can see Apeks there on the map. Very much positioned to run it into B.
Yeah, they're ready to send it. They got their stamps. They're ready to lick, stick, send. However, VERTEX, the gunplay, making it work. Now, Brace is going to be harassed.
Oh!
Does get 2 before he's fell by the grenade. And now Nork, 50 seconds left. He's got the bomb in hand and plenty of map to work with. So, definitely in the realms of possibility. He needs to separate these two.
Keeping it sneaky. VERTEX are separated here, so a chance for Nork to not only get in behind enemy lines, but maybe isolate a pick. He's gone to A instead. And there's a large amount of space here to get this down. VERTEX, they got a big rotation ahead of him, which allows Nork to reposition, but he goes aggressive. He knows he needs a pick, and he's going to hear these footsteps coming on in towards camera. Flash forward, and VERTEX, they're going together, and it's good enough to find Nork. And yet another round.
Such a bold position to play from, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, though, it was pretty quick to see that single flash get him offline. Disrupt him from that crouch and deliver position. VERTEX a little bit more healthy here now. As you can see there with the AC Predator economy. Coming into this, full belts of util as well. Both of these two teams sort of sitting, I mean, very low in terms of economy. So, as Pilski would like to put, this is a bit of a swing round, Mac. Both teams, respectively, towards the lower end and the lowest end of the loss bonus. And they've whittled their economies away too. Bit of a risk here from VERTEX to take control being made, but they net what they came for.
Two-man advantage now. VERTEX keep this ship stable. Hazard able to trade in the 1v4. Quickly brought to a 1v3. jkaem, solid arm. Great bowl on that nade. And now has to figure out how to dance around the cake here. How to slice that pie right on up. And oh, going for the reload. The CTs, they don't peek. They wait. They are waiting for this flank to come through, and jkaem gifted an opportunity. Finds that first. Here's this flank coming in. But it works out anyway in the end for Malta. And we're all tied up, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Dear me. Again, though, very expensive for both of these two teams. As I said, they were both at the lower end of loss bonuses. It was a little bit better now for Apeks, but low in economy. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Apeks trying to force into this. If they can break CT economy, obviously the reward is there, and it's no surprise to see tactical taken. One less tactical taken. Or sorry, one less tactical to take.
Where are we
in this
with the tacticals?
3 per team.
I'm missing our
per
UI.
match.
I know how many there are, but I just don't know how many are left because they keep on taking them and I'm not seeing them. I'm not counting and I don't know who's taking them.
And I'm out of fingers.
Because by the time we get here, my eyes can't tell my fingers how to count. And that's an issue, Jim. No, it's not. It's not really that big of a deal. 9-9. And Apeks are picking that pace up towards a main. jkaem with that late mid lurk. It's going to be a 4v2 brawl here. I think Apeks was sending the CTs forward as well, and the boys here up at Rugs. Oh! Giving out hugs, but can they find another brace where that MP9 makes it so hard to double on down? But they get it done. A 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. And Sense is barely alive with a full belt to util, so he's going to start to dump that and just deny that vision, deny that information, and allow jkaem to start to work mid.
Yeah, and it's certainly caught the attention of VERTEX as well. They've got numbers over towards his side. They're going to blow that smoke. Just check it. Don't see anything. PZ also looking for some info as well. However, don't think jkaem's quite caught. Whoa, kited. Dear me. He's got away with that. As I'm trying to catch my breath.
Why's jkaem's spray working? Why is no one else's spray working?
He's
What's
just
going
that
on here?
much better.
He is that guy. He is Yim.
Control would be all for Apeks to take.
That round was so good until it was not so good. VERTEX. Are they having a sniff?
Of the other side.
They're not at all.
No. Look, as I said, both teams really feeling the pinch economically. So the problem is, when you're on the CT side, you're teetering on that precipice of financial ruin.
If only they knew how low Sense was. But they don't. We do. They don't.
How low's your
and
sense?
for, you know, all you new viewers out there, anyone that's new to CS2, that's been enjoying themselves, that hasn't seen an IEM before, this is the spectator view. We see things they can't, all right? If you think you're the smartest guy ever, just remember, you're the couch analyst, you're the armchair guy. Doesn't mean you're right, all right? And look, you might hate me for saying that. It might be a wake-up call to you. But maybe you need a wake-up call, all right? Maybe you've just been smooth sailing for too long. Huh? Wake up to yourself.
Dunning-Kruger effect.
I'll see you all at the arena, huh? You got any words to say to me, say them to me then. I'll say some back. We'll shake hands, maybe bump fists. If you're lucky, you get a hug. That's the deal.
VERTEX taking the last of their tactical timeouts, Mac. There you go. You can put your fingers down now. Give them a rest.
Good time to take it. Only a few rounds left in regulation. Ace of Predator economy here. Of course, everything's still hanging in that balance. Apeks even going down to that Mach 10. Thinking, okay, VERTEX might skimp out, not get a helmet here or there, but it's only Brace without the helmet just to get that extra util. We got PZ even on the fragger gate up.
Yeah.
That XM coming through, and Brace, close range, gets his job done. Malta, one there, probably not going to be enough as the B site goes awry. And the CTs, they need to make this happen. All coming in from different approaches. Shadow advantage for Addict at least. Brings it back slightly, and PZ gets mollied. I think he's just barely missed the tick of it.
Yeah.
So the T's, they still need to figure it out.
He's going to keep it snappy, though. That's the thing. Nork gets peeked around the corner. PZ is searching for Kingston. And that is it.
He gets found, he gets snapped, he gets bitten by that. And this, it feels like, is this the first bit of...
He gets crocked.
It's the first bit of XM action we've seen in this series. I did see a little Mag 7 coming through before, over on Mirage. I think it made it in one round. I thought we'd see so many more shotgun rounds. In some of the other games, in the best of ones early, we saw heaps of shotguns.
Yeah.
But here, nothing.
Honestly, I expect it on maps like Nuke.
Yeah.
Or like Inferno, where you've got a lot of close quarter angles, but maybe a little bit more difficult to make work on a map like Anubis. Regardless, Nets and what they need, and the money PZ retains that as well. So he's going to get a little bit close and personal. Addict. He's been playing well so far in this series, gets the first peek, and now PZ, they've got a player on his shoulder, but that is so easily dismantled. They get done cheaply.
Oh. Addict doing a decent job there to isolate. Oh, pulls out the nade. It's dangerous. We'll get the AK in hand in time and might have just salvaged the round. Just barely, but it's a maybe still. Look at Nork making his move now.
I wonder if he's potentially lining up for Project KR, because he's doing it solo, that's for sure. There's like one person to get that reference.
My brain doesn't have time for references right now.
No.
I'm all business.
That's it. These two teams inseparable. Kixon and Nork have got plenty of space to work with. However, they are still outnumbered. And nobody from VERTEX is taking unnecessary risks here. Malta might be the first, but he's got a lot of information with that push. And Nork has left. Kixon to try and clutch this out.
Oh, he's made noise. Gets cleared, but that AK hits harder than the Galil.
4 for Addict.
Yeah, big round from him. Trading out and holding down that A site. Swinging in just in time from camera. And swinging that AK back in hand again. Let's have a look at it once more. This moment. Oh, I was so worried.
Oh, yeah. Mytha is literally us.
It's like, what is going on? Oh. Well, VERTEX back into the lead after a very long time, trading out these rounds. And Apeks, economy broken at probably the worst possible point. Don't have a huge amount of round loss bonus to play with. But what's going on with the Glocks here?
We've been playing this dangerous economic game for the last 4 rounds, Mac. It was a swing round 4 rounds ago that could have sent things either way. But it played out with this delayed ripple effect. Unfortunately, Apeks are on the receiving end of that. As an out. He's going to have a few more to encounter. The timing is going to be a little bit more awkward for him, though. Addict's there as the insurance package. However, they've just been done.
They got an AK. They have an AUG. They have CT control.
Oh, dear.
They have a 2-man advantage. And the 2 CTs are just funneling in it through camera, and the Ts now have strength of position. They don't have to swing until jkaem takes this contact.
And they're out.
And VERTEX know that it's just all gone wrong. The Glocks, they make it happen for Apeks. And we were talking about the economy. That is the best swing you can get on a T side. When you're saving to buy into the next, you survive with 4 alive, taking 3 free rifles across to the next.
And this might just be the most Aussie way to go.
It's not over.
That's true. I don't hear
until the
anyone
alligator
singing.
snaps or the crocs around these parts.
Something you got to watch out for. I know you encountered a few on your way through. Might have even caught a ride with one, Mac.
Saw some theories out there. A shark fed me some fish. Kept me going. Sustained on my swim from Malta to Chile to Sydney. Went too far. It's easy to get lost in the open seas.
That's true. Only the stars to guide you.
Well, Jim, either way, we are confirmed going all the way to the end of regulation here in the second map of this series, which means either of the teams can win, or we could go to OT. Who knows what's going down. Brace holding that util, trying to catch a time in. Drop the molly, gun out just in time, and finds Nito.
It's a good way to start. Brace is going to drop a flash into it. Now, if he re-aggresses, he's going to get booked by Sense. However, that grenade, oh, good value, but could have been better. Brace just gets out in the nick of time. Bit of pressure being applied here by Apeks now towards this B site. VERTEX looking a little bit less comfortable. They're just riding out this wave of utility coming through from Apeks. They've got a good triangle of crossfires. Apeks are just going to release their grip on this B site. They're going to head back towards A.
The thing is as well, they only have that one smoke left to play with, and if you drop that, you go all in at B, and you've already drawn a lot of the VERTEX members over here. It makes it so dangerous, but they're hanging around. They're going for it. They were waiting for that mistake, and the trade doesn't come through. VERTEX tripping over their own feet there, giving away the man advantage. They thought they needed info, and info they got, but the round has gone awry unless PZ with half a mag in the AUG here can try to frag through the final two. Here's swinging, but he's gone. And that might just be the hopes and dreams of VERTEX sent to the next round instead. I say may, because we see the CTs going all in. They are here to win it right here and now. There's only that nade left for Apeks to play with. Smoke goes forward, trying to isolate the fire to Nork. I don't know if he's been seen, but has his look in the wrong direction. And Addict, he gets triple peaked. Apeks on the 12th. Match point.
Series
the only one.
Point.
Oh.
Series point.
They're doing it.
Yeah. This play for info, they trip up on themselves a little bit. There wasn't a trade where they needed to be. They were also at an advantage as well. Normally you see a CT push like that for info, maybe when they're down a player. They had a pretty firm grip on things. They'd waited out all the utility for Apeks, but now
they're in a better buy because they got shotguns.
Yeah.
Shotguns are pretty damn good in this game. Let's see what PZ can do with numbers in front of him. He's got that semi-auto shoddy, and he's missed every pellet. Ain't that something? 5-7. Can it do any better? Knows the answer. And Jim, it might be the end of the series.
Yeah, the dominoes are starting to fall here for VERTEX, and now jkaem christens the round, and that is going to be victory to Apeks. They stay, VERTEX fall out of IEM Sydney. They crash out, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it was a big win. It was a huge win for Apeks. 2-0, big match on Mirage. And Anubis looking like, well, Anubis should.